The Solana rally is going to be absolutely insane. What are our predictions for the short term and long term? And how far up is the ceiling as we already see Solana starting to outperform Ethereum?
But is it going to hit $1,000 as everyone is talking on Twitter? Stay until the end to find out.
As usual, I'm not giving you any financial advices here, and I encourage you to do your own research.
So let's take a look at CoinGecko right now. Here we can see that Solana is up 15% in the last 24 hours and Ethereum is only 9. So that means Solana is outperforming Ethereum, and that means we are going into the third phase of the market cycle, which is the large caps. So what do you think?
You know what, I think that people have been underestimating Solana for a long time now. Everyone's been talking and thinking that Ethereum is going to be the big deal and that it's going to dominate forever. But it seems like, yeah, Solana, even though Solana has been dumping a bit, and everyone's been hating on it, I feel and I think that it's going to come back and it's going to be massive. And yeah, sure, people will be saying that Solana isn't a real blockchain, that it's only for meme coins, and for rug pulls and for scams. I've been scammed on Solana too, but
Of course.
yeah, so what?
But let's see what the chart is saying. Yeah. So here on the weekly chart, we can see that Solana is trading above the 50 weekly moving average. So that's a great sign. But let's see where Solana can reach in the short-term time frame. Here we can see that one with the Fibonacci tool. So as you can see in the previous range, when we pull the Fibonacci from the high to the top to the bottom, we can see that it perfectly hit the 1618 Fibonacci. Yeah. So we can do it right now for the recent high to the low, and we can see that 1.618 Fibonacci aligns with the price of $420. So that is the pretty conservative short-term price target for Solana. So I think that is pretty achievable. What do you think?
Yeah, that all makes sense indeed. And the fact that Solana was being related to all the scams and the meme coins FUD, I actually think this is positive for the price movement in the short term and even in the long run, because this is precisely the FUD that you want, as it creates a great prerequisite for an amazing pump afterwards. And those people who have been sitting on the sidelines making up their minds, they will inevitably want to join in once it becomes getting bigger and bigger. So yeah, this price prediction makes sense.
Yeah, first the price moves and then the narrative unfolds, as we've seen with Ethereum. It started like 2 weeks green candles, and then everybody was stopped saying that Ethereum is dead. So that's pretty much going to happen with Solana as well. It's going to pump. We're going to see some green candles, and then everybody is going to start believing again in Solana. So we've covered the short-term projection about where Solana can go, but let's see where it can go until the end of this bull run. So we can do it by seeing where are we right now with counting the Elliott waves. So as we can see, we finished that 5-wave count in the price action right here, and the next one is following the ABC correction wave, and that one is also finished at the bottom of $100, which is the perfect psychological level. So the next one is we're going to hit another 5-wave count, which is going to be an impulsive move to the upside. And to measure that move where it can reach, we can also use the trend-based Fibonacci tool, which is previously it has hit the 3.618 Fibonacci, and right now when we pull that Fibonacci tool from this trend, from this high to the low, we can see that the 3.618 aligns with $1,100. So that's the target actually that for the long term is 1,100. So the market cap of Solana right now is at around $100 billion, and to reach that price it should only get to $500 billion. So which altcoin is at $500 billion right now?
I don't know. Is there any?
Yeah, it's Ethereum. So it can only reach the market price of Ethereum, and then we can reach the price of $1,000. So I think that is going to get pretty interesting when we reach that price, and then it's going to get, people will think that it's possible, but right now it might seem impossible.
All right, so we're calling $1,000 as a price target, and I really appreciate technical analysis, but since my days in traditional finance, I've also been a huge fan of fundamental analysis. Yeah. And in terms of fundamentals with Solana, there are two abbreviations that I have for you, and I'm going to ask you if you know what those mean. One of them is IBRL. Do you have any idea what that stands for?
First I'm hearing.
Okay, so IBRL is increased bandwidth, reduce latency. This is something that Solana has been driving for the past year, even longer than that. And its basic focus is on increased throughput and speed. This is one key abbreviation that I find in the Solana case, and the other one.
What's the next one?
Is the ICM. What's that?
Got no idea, but here is Stan to show us how that one seems to be.
ICM is the Internet Capital Markets, and that means this captures the ambitions of the Solana founders and the team that Wall Street will actually go on Solana. And for that, you need fairness and transparency, because the traditional finance will require these qualities in Solana. So the team seems to be working hard in that sense. And how they envision that? Well, the Solana team wants to make IPOs, initial public offerings, on the blockchain. And actually offerings of all kinds of financial instruments. And they could be on-chain with actually collapsed minimum fees. Right now, in order to have an IPO on Wall Street, it takes millions of dollars just in fees. And Solana wants to change that, wants to make the capital markets more accessible for entrepreneurs and for us and as investors. And in my opinion, Solana is actually capable of hosting these financial markets on chain, and to provide trading of stocks, bonds, basically all financial instruments. And let me think. I think I'm missing out on something here. It's precisely these qualities that I mentioned, the fairness and the transparency, that are part of the standard that TradFi will insist on, will require, and hence Solana is trying to provide these.
Yeah, that's pretty huge. Traditional finance connecting with Solana, that's a pretty great fundamental analysis. So that covers how we can reach $1,000, and that is literally going to the moon. But also, what do you say about going to the moon and Solana?
We have something special about the moon and Solana, and actually Jeff Bezos is involved in that too, but I'll tell you about it in just a split second. First, I want to just make this point that if we bring actually traditional finance on the blockchain in the sense of this Internet Capital Markets, ICM, this will bring trillions of dollars into Solana within just 2 or 3 years, and it's going to be absolutely massive. I think it's going to turn Solana into the decentralized NASDAQ, if you'd like to call it so. And Solana is rolling out in terms of more fundamental analysis. Solana have been working on many updates and upgrades, and 90% of these will be completed and running by mid next year. So by this time next year, we'll already have seen plenty of improvement, and I know that the financial institutions will be loving that. So I'm really...
And Solana will be loving that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And now, the moon mission. You mentioned that moon mission.
Solana is going to the moon.
Yes. Jeff Bezos is involved, as we mentioned, with his Blue Origin. His, what's it called? The New Shepard suborbital flights. They will be taking a few coins, cryptos, for payments. One is Bitcoin, the other one is Ethereum, and then we also have Solana. So that if that doesn't tell you that we are going to the moon with Solana,
It's a nice hint right here.
then I don't know what else will tell you that. So yeah, this has been our brief analysis on Solana and where it's going.
Both technical and fundamental. So you know that Solana is going to the moon. And thank you so much for watching. And tell us in the comments whether you're going to buy some tickets with Blue Origin and Jeff Bezos to go to the moon.
So let's go to the moon. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.
See you
Take
next
care.
time.